in the valley where the girls get naked.
Maybe I'm just like my father.
What's up, y'all? It is, what's today? Is today Monday? Today's Tuesday. Baby, I woke up late yesterday. Is today Tuesday? I woke up late yesterday. I was like, it was 6:20. Girl. I said, okay, well, maybe we'll have some new developments. And we did. Megan came down here and left a video and got on her IG live and was talking about her situation. We'll talk about that in another video. But we came down here to talk about PUSSYVALLEY. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment. Let the diva know you stopped by. Come on, Prince. It was a Prince kind of morning. I had to watch P Valley again. I watched it 3 times. Well, 2.5. I watched it this morning because I started taking notes and I had to rewind the part with Mr. Hawkins and his daddy, honey. That's his father. I had to rewind that, the mayor. I had to rewind that like 3 times just to hear what the hell they was talking about. Could hardly hear them. I was like, what are y'all talking about? But I guess I couldn't hear them because what they doing is some damn secret stuff. They shouldn't be doing what they're doing. So I had to rewind that a few times. I was like, it's going to take me forever to watch it. So I just needed to watch it all the way straight through. So I took some notes. Like I said, I started to take notes. I fell asleep. That's because I was watching it the second time to take notes, but then I fell asleep. So we start off in the beginning. It was another great episode. Again, Uncle Clifford with the one-liners. Whoever is writing for Uncle Clifford is doing a great job because I'm catching all the little things. Let me tell you something. Whoever's writing for Uncle Clifford is doing the one-liners, the little things that he says that you gotta just catch because he's funny, right? So we start off with Mercedes is talking to this man, right? And she's dancing, she's doing her show. All of the performances I just really love the way they do it. Shout out to Princess Nokia. They was playing her in one of the scenes. And I love the music. I love the soundtrack. I love all of it. I think it's just really a great show. I love it. I'm thoroughly entertained. It's a good story. They have a good storyline. The characters are developing well. I really like it. I feel so sorry for Lil Murder because he's the local rapper who cannot get his shit together. He cannot get his music together. He's asking everybody, and everybody's like, no, you ain't gonna get it. So hopefully by the end of the season, we get a fly ass song that these girls can perform to, because everybody, even I love that the DJ is in high school. Like, what is it? It's so good. And it was cute when that little white boy was like, can I go with you? And he was like, hell no, you can't come with me. He was like, you don't want to bring your little white friend with you? He was like, no, hell no. And you heard he was playing Juicy J. A man once told me any woman who likes Juicy J is an inner stripper. But because I love Juicy J, do you hear me? I do. I really do. Y'all be surprised. Yes, but I love Juicy J. I like the way he raps. Anyway, so Mercedes is talking to this man. She's all over him. She's calling him Coach. Let me make sure I got my notes together. She's calling him Coach, so we don't know who he is. And he's telling her how he wants to take care of her. And I thought to myself, I was watching her dance, and she just looks, when you're on the pole, they look so free, like, because they're flying through the air, so they look like there's no restrictions, they're free. And I thought to myself, why is it that when a man sees a liberated, free-spirited woman, why does he want to like take the bird and put it in a cage and like, I want to take care of you? Well, yeah, and that probably comes with you can't dance anymore. Like, you met me in a strip club. How many girls do you hear be like, nigga, you met me in a motherfucking strip club? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, these niggas don't want you to dance anymore. And I don't understand what that's about. Like, you see something that you're obviously fascinated by, and it's this person, this thing, this object flying through the air, and it's like, now I want to take this object and I want to put restrictions on it and put it in a cage. I want to put this bird in a cage. And I'm like, I don't understand what the psychology in that is. I just don't get it. And he's like, I want to take care of you. And she's like, girl, whatever. And she gets up off him and she walks away. He gives her all this money. She walks away, and then just everybody just comes into the club. Like, you really thought you was special. No, this is work. Let's go. And I love the fact that all of these niggas be thinking they special in particular moments, and all the women are just really just Ginger. Is that her name? Gidget? What's the bitch's name? The token white girl. She getting drugs off the dude. He was like, you sure that's not for your mother? No, it's for what's her name? I want to call her Mississippi, but Kayshawn, I think that's her name. It's for her. She hurt her wrist. I like that. Let's go through it. I mean, I could just talk. I really like this show. I really do. When Mr. Hawkins was standing there with the mayor, Isaiah Washington's character, he said daddy, and I was like, did he call him daddy? I had to rewind that part. Like, that entire scene, I watched it 3 times because I didn't hear what that was. Like, what is he talking about? What are they saying? So he basically says that, you know, what's going on with the casino. We cannot let anybody know what's going on with the casino. I promised these boys who have, as we know, ran through all their inheritance, and so now they want to sell the land. I don't know why people do that. Well, yeah, because they want the money, duh. Okay, but he's like, you know, we can't let anybody know, because if the church knows we trying to build a casino down here, we can't let nobody know. We saw Isaiah Washington at the beginning of the scene pouring libations for Obatala and Ogun, I think he said. And he was like, you always got to, what did he say? I wrote it. Did I write it down somewhere? You always got to feed the gods. Yes. But you didn't know nothing about that because you left. So I guess he left Mississippi and went to Atlanta. And then based on what I heard, and let me know, because I just heard it and watched it again. You got to watch it because you got to catch all the little things. Uncle Clifford said to Mr. Hawkins, what's his name? Sean? Whatever his name is. If I tell your flat ass wife. So being that he called her a flat ass, and then is the girl, why is he married to a white woman? Like, what's up? And then because he called Gidget, told her to get her flat ass out there and get to work. When he called her Sojourner Truth, baby. You better get out there. He said, imagine a white girl in Mississippi talking about working like a slave. Like, those little things I freaking love. He was like, you better get back out there and start picking cotton. She said, as long as it's green. I was like, okay, bitch, I know that's right. But she was in there with her, and it was funny because we all got to meet their regular customers, right? So this guy, the Mercedes, is her regular customer. He handed her a wad of money, okay? And then this drug dealer, I guess they selling dope out the club, or she's holding money for the drug dealer, and she took drugs off of him. And then we got Autumn with Mr. Hawkins, and she using him, and he's so damn dumb. Like, he is so dumb, but that's how it is. Haley got this blonde wig, honey, and she turned to a new person. She's a new person. She's in the club. She's dancing, drinking. She getting drunk through the whole damn episode. She's getting drunk. The mayor brings, let's see, we're making deals in good faith gesture. Oh, he was like, you judging me? Anyway, so they were like, we got to keep the secret of the club, because if the church finds out, they'll shut the shit down. Now, we didn't know at the beginning, but Pussy Vat, or the Pink, is not in the plans. And the way that they're talking, way that he thinks, that Uncle Clifford thinks at the beginning, is that, oh, y'all about to put a casino across from our strip club? Like, oh, we about to make so much money, right? He thinking like that. But then when Autumn sends him the plans after she done gooped Mr. Hawkins with his stupid ass. He's so stupid. He is so stupid. So anyways, let's go. So she wants to get her ID back. So she was like, okay, he was like, I need you to, make sure you get the plans or whatever so you can get your ID back. That's what she's been trying to do the whole episode. So Autumn goes and meets Mr. Hawkins at this diner. Yeah, he meets her at the diner, and then all the girls come in. She's having a flashback when this old man is telling them a story, and she has this flashback again. She has a couple flashbacks throughout the episode. This one we see a little bit more, where she has like blood on her. She's in this car I don't know if she's in a car or outside the car, but she had the flashback in the car. Something to do with water, so we already know that. And then we haven't heard the story about what's going on with this kid. Okay. So the girls come in, and then like Mercedes is like antagonizing her. He pays for all of their meal, and she was like, Mississippi was like, don't forget to leave a tip, honey, because you pay for all of it. All of it. So he leaves, and she leaves shortly after. And we see the next scene where Uncle Clifford goes down and has this umbrella and this red, I don't know what the technical word for it is, but this little Southern Belle little outfit on with the little, do they call them peplums? What do they call them? Where they like flare out at the waist. I hate them things. I really do. Pelham waist. Is that what they call them? I can't stand it. Destiny's Child used to wear them all the time. Tina Knowles used to make them damn. Oh my God, it is so ugly to me. That is such an ugly style to me. I'm sorry if y'all rock it. That's not my. You see how I dress, so honey, don't look to me for any fashion advice, lady. What you staring at? Shit. You see me talking into a camera, lady? Okay, anyway, so he goes down there and he talks to the half-brother. I can't remember his name. He talks to the half-brother, and the half-brother was like, yeah, telling him the plans. And half-brother hasn't told Uncle Clifford, Pink is not in the plans, honey. So he was like, I kept your secrets. I guess they've known each other since high school, and all this time, I guess they thought, I don't know what the people in the city think, like, is this clearly half black kid is working in this cotton field. Whose child do you think he is? Anyway, so like, it doesn't even make sense. Like, why is that a secret? To me, I don't think it makes sense. So the dad's died. He left the money. He's telling him, I want to lease it. I don't want to sell it, and this is how much money I could possibly make. And he was like, $10 million. He was like, yeah, that's private school money. That's what he said. That's generational wealth, or whatever he said. He was like, that's money. So Uncle Clifford is happy as hell, but then he finds out that Pink is not in the plans. So Patrice runs over to Mercedes runs over to the church, and you see Patrice in there practicing. Baby, did she quote Deborah Cox? But it is so funny because it's really, and she's serious, but the way that it's written, they're making fun of her. The way that it's written, they're making fun of Patrice, but she's so dead serious. Whoever that actress is she's doing a great job, because I can't stand her. So she's sitting there. She was like, yeah, I got my gym. I need my money. I got my gym. And she was like, oh, so you really about to quit stripping or dancing? Because they're not really stripping. They dancing. They got on clothes. They're not taking off any clothes. They come all out with no clothes on. They got what they call it, floss. Honey, it was so funny. Baby, this was so many developments in today. Okay, so let me keep going. So she gives her mother a hug. There's no love there as you stand in the pulpit of the church. The girl is like clearly wanting to embrace her mother, and the mother is just like, girl, whatever, get off of me. I just need your money, right? While I simultaneously judge you. Girl, I'm like, this is a mess. The next scene, they show Mercedes going off on the little girls, because they had a bad bitch party, honey. And they was down there hanging on fences, hanging on gates, twerking. I was like, oh my God. She was hollering at them, telling them we might not be able to compete. You guys are, this is being irresponsible and all that other stuff. And then one of the little girls goes, we are free. That was my child. We were free to express ourselves in this in this society of patriarchy. She was like, girl, if you don't get your feminism out of here, get that shit out of here. And then Terica what's her name? Terica? I think that's her name. She says, well, you do it, right? And she was like, girl, what did you say? When she got down in her face, I knew she was gonna say what she said. Girl, y'all out here doing this shit for free. I get paid to do it. There's a difference. You out here shaking your ass for free, but it shows you the influence that what little girls look at, what they look at, and what can influence them. And it's true. And just like in the other scene, when we find out that Terica is really the daughter of Mercedes, and Mercedes, whoever she had the baby with, fostered the child. She gave her to this family, and the man died, and so she's continuing to take care of this child as a foster mother. And she knows that that's her mother too, but she's letting her know she's concerned about her body. She's concerned about Instagram likes. And if you go back and look at one of my older videos where we talk about how social media is really damaging little girls more than it is damaging little boys, because little girls, how we learn conflict, how we fight, is through social environments. I want to ruin your social standing. That's how little girls fight. And this is even before the internet. So now that you have the internet on top of that, just like you saw somebody's daughter was on whose daughter was it? Young Thug's daughter was down on TikTok or something, cussing out another little girl and telling people to unfollow her, right? I'm telling people not to be your friend. So little girls fight like that. And now you have social media as a tool to that, and it's damaging. It's not funny at all. It's damaging little girls more than it is little boys, because little boys are taught to resolve conflict through what? Aggression. So they fight. So we can't fight by words. Little boys are taught to fight physically. Little girls are taught to fight with words. So, and some little girls, we fight with our fists and stuff like that. But usually the majority of, and that's what you're seeing here, is her mother saying, her foster mother saying, hey, she's influenced by you, whether you like it or not. She's influenced by you. She's taking pictures like you. We were just playing around. No. And this is the reason why you're not her mama, that you can't take you. No. This is the reason why, because we need to make sure. And then if you didn't catch it, she was talking to her daughter the way her mother talks to her. She told that little girl, if you get pregnant by some baller, you deserve it. At 13, you're going to be on 13 and pregnant. I was like, see, that's why you need to be over here with this foster lady and let her help you raise this girl. Because if she's just with you, she's going to be taking pictures in your bikinis. She's going to be twerking on fences. When Mercedes said, get your legs up, like you had them on them fences. I was like, I love this show. I love this show. Get your legs up. So now the Trinity, they're practicing. They're practicing for a show that they're gonna do later on. While they're in the middle of practicing, Mississippi goes, I gotta go down. I gotta go fill my water bottle. So we know that she has another injury, domestic abuse situation, and she is in the back room and she's looking at her wrist. So here comes Diamond. Diamond puts on like this vodka pepper. I've never heard of. I was like, I need to go look this up. So he puts a vodka and pepper on this sprain, and you can see obviously he was in the military, because he was like, that people used to make fun of him when he used to do this remedy. And it's funny because they're showing little things like down south, these natural remedies that, that are from our traditions, right? Until, they give you what Patrice is doing. Okay. And so he was like, when you gonna stop? And she was like, what? He was like, when you gonna stop falling? Like, we know that you're getting beat up. When you gonna stop, girl? Like, and then it's crazy because you can see that he really wants to be like, cut it out. First of all, he's already offered to kill him. And so we know what's going on. Stop coming in here acting like we don't know what's going on. Everybody knows what's going on. When you gonna leave? So we ain't gonna stop falling. Mississippi starts posting to IG, right? So she's letting everybody know to come down to the pink, because the Trinity's gonna be down here. We're gonna be giving you a great performance and blah, blah, blah. So then the baby starts crying in the middle of her posting, and she asks drunk ass Autumn to hold the baby. So then Autumn has another flashback. And she's getting so whatever's going on with her, we just need to find it. And what she's doing is drinking to cope. So she's drinking, she's taking shots. The bartender is like, girl, you doing too much. You getting too sloppy, girl. So then the Trinity comes out, baby. That performance, I was like, come on, y'all better do it. I feel like I'm at the damn, let me get my damn dollars together, child. Because I love it. Let me tell you, I just love it. So they on stage, they're dancing or whatever. And Autumn's back there looking in like amazement. She's looking like, girl, what are y'all doing? Oh my God, this is crazy. So she wants some attention too. So she gets up on stage, and so Uncle Clifford like kind of introduces her like, uh-oh, here we go. We got our new girl, honey. She got her a new wig. Let her get up here and do her thing. So she gets up there with her drunk, sloppy ass. And then Mercedes looks up like, what is this bitch about to do? So they start going around the pole. She saw, what you about to do? Autumn starts going up the pole. Mercedes starts going up after her. Then she falls down. Girl, it's a mess. So then Mercedes has to play it off and like straddle her and get on top of her and like is pulling her arms because she fell like back, and she pulling her arms and stuff like that. And it's like, girl, you're fucking sloppy. Don't be sloppy on my pole. She finally gets her off the pole and in the back. And she was like, why do you care? And she was like, bitch, I don't care. I just don't want you sloppy on my pole. But you care a little bit. You do care a little bit. I think she's just like a mother. She's, I guess, the oldest out of all of the women. So you kind of do take on that mother role. And she's in full mother mode with Miss Terica down here shaking her shorts on TikTok. Girl, that was so funny to me. I was like, see, but it's true. And I like the way that they're showing like what little girls and boys are watching and what they can be influenced by. So you have to be careful. So anyway, so she told her, girl, don't get your drunk ass on my pole no more. Don't do it. It's sloppy. You sloppy and this and that. I'm not even drunk. And she like pushed her and she like was like this. I was like, girl, yeah. So DJ Never Scared is at his school. I was like, what is he doing? He's a kid. Okay. And Little Murder, he comes up, and I love that they're just like, okay, this local rapper is trying to get everybody to, listen to his music. So hopefully at the end of the episode, we get something from Little Murder. So Hawkins and Autumn go and they're looking at property, telling her, look at all of this stuff, and talking about, she was like, why is it so secret and stuff like that, and he's trying to explain her what's going on. It has to be made a secret. It's a lot of politics in this and whatever. So then they start making out. They get back to the show. Her goal is to get him to the back to where he is so she can get to his computer, right? So they making out or whatever and this and that. She was like, you got a condom? He has to go get a condom. So while he's going to get the condom, she's going through his shit, all through his shit, looking at everything. I was like, oh my God, I was nervous for her. I was like, girl. So then she opens up a folder with her pictures in it, and she's freaked out. Like, nigga, you taking pictures of me? Like, that's kind of weird. That is weird. So you can tell that you've been off surveying, and now you're taking pictures. That's creepy. So he finally gets back, and he could see on the laptop her pictures right there. So, she found the pictures. So he's been calling her, trying to get her to answer the phone. She's not answering the phone. So they go back into the church scene with Patrice and the pastor, and he was like, I need somebody to stand in to preach in my place while I go down here to some revival or whatever. And they appoint a man. So we see the misogyny in the church, right? The men come, the men need to be the ones giving the word, the women don't need to be in there. And it was just like, just that energy. They're sitting there judging her for her daughter. At the same time, y'all are using her. Like, that's the hypocrisy of that in that scene. It's just like, y'all are really out here judging this woman for her daughter, but using her daughter to fund whatever it is that y'all need this loan for, whatever is going on. When we don't even know what they got going on down at the church. That's where we need to be worried about what's going on at the strip club. Let's open the doors of the church, okay? And see what's going on in that motherfucker, all right? So Lil Murder drives, what's his name? DJ Never Scared to the club, and it's late. He was like, I gotta get to the club or whatever. So he drops him off, and then you can see Uncle Clifford comes out in this green and black with this what was it? Sequins? I don't know. It was sparkly, honey. It was really cute. And he was like, and these are the little things that I'm talking about. He said to the DJ, when DJ jumps out, he was like, get in there, because he's in there playing that BBD CD, and it's driving me out of my mind. I was like, see, this is, whoever is writing for him, they're doing a great job. These people are working out. I know that's right. They get their exercise on in the morning. Good job. Yes, I'm so proud of them. I need to get my big ass out there and do it too, honey. They was just doing using the benches, and now they running the length of the basketball court as fast as they can. I guess they're sprinting or whatever. It's cute or whatever. Anyway, so asked, Lil Murder, you coming in? He's like, no, Shody, I'm not coming in tonight. I was like, okay. She was like, all right, get on and whatever. I love this show. Okay. Anyway, so Gidget and her boyfriend. Oh, she said, now that shit was corny when she said white girl magic when they was back at the diner. That was I had secondhand embarrassment from that. I really did. I was like, ooh, it was cringy, like my sons say. It's cringy. Ooh. So her regular comes in and we see they selling drugs or doing drugs, moving drugs, either money laundering, whatever. I don't know what's going on. She gets some drugs off of him. So we get to meet everybody's regulars. And then later we see, okay, so Clifford and Autumn are talking about the property. And she was like, he's calling me again. And so Uncle Clifford sends Hawkins a message and says, come down to the club. And so Uncle Clifford was like, let me borrow, I need something else from you. So we've realized that he borrowed her wig, baby. I said, yes! I thought it was her when that door opened. I was like, yeah, they said. So he comes down there. He's like, I just need to explain to him. I just need to explain to you what's going on and da-da-da. So Uncle Clifford was like, good, because I need some more tea. He was like, oh, shit. So he said, where is the pink? That's basically what his deal was. I see this property. I don't see the pink nowhere. What's going on? So they end up, what happened? Okay, so yeah, I can keep your secrets. I can keep secrets. She tells him about the promised land. He was like, that's when she said, I can keep secrets because what if your little flat ass wife? So we find out that he's married and the girl lives in Atlanta. Her name is Brittany. So we don't know if she black or white, but when Uncle Clifford said flat ass, and that's the second time he called somebody flat ass, and the first time it was to the white girl. So I'm figuring this lady is white. So I'm just gonna use deductive reasoning and see what's going on. So in the back of the club, after everything, Mercedes sees Terica having a party down on Instagram. They were like, these little girls, they shaking their ass better than us. So she runs down there and she stops the party, and we realize that this is her house, and we get that story. So then the mother comes, and it really stood out to me where she told her, you're going to be on 13 and pregnant and you deserve it. I was like, oh, so you talking to your child the way your mama talks to you. Oh, okay, I see what's going on here, right? We could see it from a mile away. So she was like, well, at least, and if I did get pregnant, I wouldn't give him up like you gave me up. So there's that. So there's that layer, okay? And so then the woman finally gets there, and she was like, well, I tried to talk her out of the party. She's like, oh, so you knew she was having a party. So this is where you could see, like, Mercedes is not the best person to manage a child, right? At this time, you got to do it you just can't. You try to talk the little girl out of the party, and here it is. You don't really have a good influence on her. You're having not so good influence on the girl, right? You weren't able to influence her not to have a party. She had the party, but she down here trying to get likes and shaking her ass. She's too focused on her body. All she's doing is trying to get likes. No more dance team. So we're going to figure out how that's going to play out. So Uncle Clifford tells Dr. Hawkins, Mr. Hawkins, I'm not going anywhere. Y'all going to have to figure this out because I'm not going anywhere. The pink is not leaving here. So we're going to see how this develops. A lot of loose ends we got to figure out. The money, Autumn goes and gets the $9,000. She was only 30 minutes the wire transfer was about to expire. She got her money and she looked in the camera and smiled. So we got to see what's going to happen. A lot of developments, honey. We're going to see. What do you guys think of the episode so far? I thought it was good. I enjoyed it. As you can see, I enjoyed it a lot. Anyways, take care of each other. Protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. Peace.